As I'm just 3 days away from hitting 100,000 subscribers on this channel, I can't help but reflect back to when I started a couple of years ago. You see, I credit three things to the small amount of success that I've seen in my life, taking me from waiting tables at an Italian restaurant to having an 8-figure net worth before the age of 30. The first is obviously starting my business. Back then, when I did start my online company, it wasn't that cool or that common to be making money online. Actually, when I first started, everybody thought that I was scamming people or that I was in some kind of multi-level marketing scheme. The second thing was proposing to my fiance. The happiness that this woman has given me is far outweighs any kind of happiness that I've gotten from the money that I've made. But the third, and the most important for this video here, is starting this YouTube channel. That absolutely changed the trajectory of my life. I actually started it out of a necessity. I was doing around $100,000 a month in my consulting business, and all of a sudden, I got the hammer ban from Facebook. With no notice, really no reasoning, they gave me a lifetime ban on the platform. And this was back when they were handing them out like candy. And so I had a huge sales team, an appointment setting team, a client success team that I had to feed at this point. And I decided to start a YouTube channel because, once again, back then it wasn't that common, but I could see a few people were making money from the platform. And my first few videos, they were nothing to brag about. It was me filming on a Loom recording, screen sharing, or even on my iPhone. Actually, I was just with a friend yesterday looking back at some of those original videos, and the audio quality is absolutely terrible. I'm sitting in a boxed room, and I have a microphone on the table, but you can hear the sound bouncing off all of the walls. I don't even think I selected the right audio source. But the most important thing was that I got started. And just a few years later, I wanted to read to you, just in the last 12 months, some of the cool stuff that has come to me from this YouTube channel. So number one, 30 days from today, I'm actually going to an all expenses paid trip to the French Alps. I got invited to speak at an event there in front of about 20 entrepreneurs doing around $5 to $10 million a year. And not only am I getting my entire flight and accommodations paid for, but also I'm getting my speaking fee on top of that. And the person came to me and cold DM'd me because he had watched multiple of my YouTube channels or my YouTube videos. The second thing is that 1 out of every 2 high-ticket clients that we generated last year came from YouTube, which means that literally millions of dollars came from clients who originally watched a few videos on YouTube and then booked a call to speak with my team. Now, the most important thing about that is that I don't have to pay any money to acquire those clients. Actually, YouTube is paying me AdSense to make these videos to begin with, and then I obviously make the additional money when I close those clients. Number 3, I made almost $1 million extra last year by launching a membership site. It's called Scaling School, and it's $97 a month. Over 90% of the buyers that came from Scaling School originally came from my YouTube channel. So once again, I'm getting free traffic and free attention to push them into a membership site where they can get a lot of value for $97 a month. And we did almost $1 million last year with, once again, no cost per acquisition and no cost of goods sold. The next thing is that over 60% of people who now work for my company in the application when they were applying said that they originally found me from my YouTube channel. So I'm really fortunate to say that I have an incredible team with me at Scaling with Systems that allows me to stay in my zone of genius and do what I love while they can do what they love in their zone of genius. And over 60% of the people that now work for me originally came from my YouTube channel. I make just around $400,000 a year in pure profit from affiliate and sponsorship deals that I get from this channel. And I have gotten into rooms and on calls with people that you know of that I could never have even imagined getting in the same room as that person. But it was because I got an introduction from somebody else who watched my YouTube channel, or that person actually might have consumed my content online. And so I show you this and tell you all this not because I'm trying to brag. I hope that doesn't come across that way. Because I think that when I first started posting the videos a couple of years ago, there's no way I could have seen what would have come of it today. And more important than that, I think if you're watching this, there's a good chance that you might be more of a consumer of content than a creator. And this was big switch that I made a couple of years ago that really changed the trajectory of my life. but I realized that I was spending the majority of my time consuming other people's content, watching YouTube videos, Instagram Reels, whatever else it is. And sure, some of it might have been educational like this, and so I felt good about it. I might have learned some things, but it was way disproportionate, meaning I was spending like 4, 5, 6, 7 hours a day consuming content and almost no time ever producing any content. And so it was when I decided to switch from a consumer to a producer and start this YouTube channel that obviously my life totally changed. And yes, it is easier to sit down on the couch after a long day of work and scroll mindlessly on Instagram versus getting up and actually shooting a video. But at the same time, it's not that much harder. I'm not talking about creating high production videos where you script out every single word and you have to go to multiple set locations and hire a huge team. I'm talking about basic, bland, boring videos like this that you can film literally in under an hour a week. And who knows, if you commit for the next 3 months to posting one video every other week, your life could change just like mine.